Well, we are looking at changes again heading into tonight and into tomorrow. We're going to be seeing the storm system, the latest one in our series of clippers, move through, and that's going to stir up some wind and some snow here. So here's a look at our latest alerts. First of all, the wind chill advisory has been allowed to expire. So now we have that winter storm watch. It will be in effect from Thursday night tonight through Friday, and it covers a good portion of the valley here. And here's what we're concerned about: not for heavy snow, but it's actually the wind gusting into that 50 to 60 mile per hour range. And when we have snow to work with, that means we've got that concern for blizzard conditions. It'll depend on where we get the fresh snow and where that snowpack is more easily lofted. We've got a nice crust on the snowpack in some places that helps to protect it from blowing around, but there will be some areas that do have some trouble. And then in addition to that, out west, a high wind watch in the James River Valley. So here's a look at the latest wind speeds. They are pretty light. We're still seeing wind out of the east, or wind in the east out of the north, and then into the west we're seeing winds out of the south, and those are starting to pick up into the teens. So that's starting to usher in some warmer temperatures eventually, but it's also creating those wind chill issues. So we're into the 20s below in northeastern North Dakota, and again, not so chilly down in the south. And there are places that don't have much wind where that wind chill isn't as much of a factor. For Fargo, 4 below is our temperature. It's 11 below in Grand Forks, so it's still pretty cold out there, and it's going to be one of those afternoons where it's more the same, more cloud cover, or rather more sunshine before the cloud cover moves in, and more cold conditions that we'll be experiencing. So here's a look at our visible satellite and radar picture. We've got some clear skies across much of the valley. Where we see movement here, that's the cloud cover being seen. Anywhere where it's stagnant or not moving at all, that is the snowpack. So you can tell where the clouds have started to try to creep into our western viewing area. There's even a few flakes on the edge showing up on our radar here, but this is not the main part of this system. It's actually pretty still far off to the north and west from us. It won't be until later this evening and late tonight where we'll see this take over. Also, if you have some travel plans heading into the next 24 hours, look what we've got in the east again. Still areas of snow, kind of a similar setup to the last round, hitting parts of the Midwest and Chicago, and then some severe weather down to the south. So another storm system affecting them, and we'll be dealing with blizzard conditions here in the valley potentially as we head into the forecast for tomorrow. So here's a look at our hour-by-hour planner. Watching those temperatures go up a couple of degrees. Fargo, I bumped up our forecast high to about 1 degree, a little bit better than 3 below is what we were looking at before. And some mostly sunny skies again for a lot of folks. But once we start to see that system move in, the clouds will move in first. We'll see that snow start to push in as well. This is 6 o'clock this evening, noticing that potentially moving in at that point in our western communities like Devil's Lake, back over to Carrington and Jamestown. And then basically through the overnight hours, this snow spreads eastward. And so as we're waking up tomorrow morning, we'll pause the clock here at 5 a.m. You can see that we've got most of the bulk of the snow has moved to the east or is about to. And then we've got just some scattered pockets of snow still in the valley. But the wind will have picked up. So anywhere with that combination of snowfall and winds gusting into the 20s and 30s, that's going to reduce our visibility overnight. Now, continuing into the day tomorrow, this is 8 a.m., you can see that we've got the stronger wind gusts starting to turn westerly, northwesterly, and temperatures soaring on the warm side of the system for a time, but it won't feel great because of that blowing snow. So here's a look at our wind gust planner. We'll be focusing specifically on this because this will be the difference maker. The higher the wind gusts, the higher the potential for blowing and drifting snow and low visibility. 7 a.m. not great out there, but it gets worse as the morning goes along. And so by 10 o'clock, we're seeing some winds gusting into the 50s potentially. Not everybody gets that amount of wind, but still the potential's there right in the heart of the Red River Valley and in surrounding areas. 3 p.m. still dealing with gusts above 40 miles per hour, and then eventually it does start to ease up, so we start to see some improvement. But again, it's going to be windy all day long, and that leads to concerns about blizzard conditions. We'll have to watch out for that. Not a lot of snow. We're looking at just a couple of inches likely in most areas, but we are going to be experiencing that wind. In your 7-day planner, of course, that first alert weather day for Friday. And as we head into the weekend, still unsettled. We're looking at temperatures into the 20s and teens for highs. So if you're planning to travel at all Saturday and Sunday, you'll want to check the Valley News Live weather app for the latest conditions. And then more snow potential into President's Day. So you're going to have to be weather aware for a while.
Oh, hopefully it'll end soon, though.
Yes. Well, you know what? It's second half of February. March will be here before we know it.
The end is in sight.
That's right.